All right.
Well, it's a new look and feel, right?
To Not So Christian Brothers, this is the after show, right? So, yeah. Now, for
We
people who
quite a chat there a second ago about your sunbed usage, which we will not get. We will not get back into.
Jump into it whenever you want. Do you know, years and years ago, Anne had a sunbed in our spare bedroom.
So many people did in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was a real 90s thing.
And it was one of these that when it folded over, it sort of locked. And if there was nobody else in the house, you could get stuck in it.
You could
But
stay there
That's a
for
different
life.
episode. So
Well,
this is
that
not so. No, this is Not So Christian Brothers, the after show. Please like, please subscribe. Two brothers, Justin Caffrey, Colm Hayes.
I am not a sister.
Producer Rebecca is here, and you're now down in the
Down in the
fighting area.
In the trenches.
Down in the fighting area.
trenches.
Again, if you're
Also,
listening on audio, we've just moved it.
You have
a
got
look
to
on
listen
YouTube.
back to the show on Thursday. An excellent dissection of suicide in Ireland, the stats, where we're at now, 2026, is a really good point Colm made at the top of it. We're not going to get back into it now. The lads have covered it beautifully, where I don't think it's discussed enough anymore. There was a lot of it in the noughties, a lot of it when I was growing up, and they really get to the root of some of the bits. Anyway, we also discussed Wild Sides.
Same parents, different timelines, and united by chaos. Strap on, strap in, for the Not So Christian Brothers.
Wild child.
And what Colm perceives as being, I actually found it really funny because Colm's like, I just think we're not like taking out our wild side. And just like, well, on Friday, for instance, I did. And I did something spontaneous and I travelled and I went to a show and I feel like that's getting back in touch with. It doesn't mean we all have to go back to our youth and clubbing till 4. And Colm's like, no, that's not a wild side. So what have you done that was wild recently?
I want to go to Berlin. Holly was telling me about this club in Berlin. So all the clubs are underground and they're all bunkers and old metro stations. And there's one that it's so crazy, the stuff that goes on in the club, that when they come down, they get black tape and they put it over the camera of your phone. And if they see you taking it off, you're thrown out. Because it's just whatever.
What do you want to do down there? Just lots of stuff.
I just want to see what's going on. Because what's going on?
But then you're a voyeur.
And
You're not actually a wild.
No. I'll do some of the techno dance, and
I think that's called a sex club.
and well, no, because Holly said the music was great, but it was just crazy. And I was going, "What do you mean it was crazy? It was just wild. What do you mean it's wild? Oh, Dad, I can't really tell you. You know."
Yeah.
Would you like to do that, Justin?
No, I could not think of a worse thing to do in my life, and I think it's all relevant, right? I mean, I think if anybody spent time with me, they would find some things that I do wild, and vice versa. But I think it's just about how you want to measure what you consider to be wild at any one time. I mean, my life is constantly changing. There's different stuff going on in my life every day of the week. But I also did all that stuff when I was in my 20s. And it's kind of...
But do we stop doing it? Is that kind of what Colm meant too? Do we stop doing it, or is there a time and place for things? Do we evolve? I think it's also evolution.
But does it excite? Like, it would not excite me at all. To be out that late because I like to be in bed and get my sleep. Back to our
The
mental
WhatsApp
health.
group kicks off at 9 p.m. and just
Go to Berlin nightclub, left at 9 p.m.
You know, I don't have an interest in booze or drugs. Been there, done that, wore the t-shirt. Like, for me, mental acuity, happiness, clarity of mind, good sense of purpose.
Did you do too much too soon? Did you peak too soon? Did you do all the good stuff too soon? Like, as in, you got all that out of the way. You came good, and now you're just like, I just want to be happy. Colm's like, I've still so much.
Still so much to do, yeah.
Well, I suppose the big difference between the two of us is that I didn't get married till I was 30, and Colm, you're with Anne a lot younger. So I had like maybe longer periods of time where I was unaccountable. I lived on my own for 10 years. And unquestionably, there was wild stuff in there. So maybe I don't find that need now.
It's not.
Was your apartment like that Burndown nightclub?
2.5 men.
You had to sellotape up people's cameras on the way in?
I'd say where there was sellotape in my apartment on all the oven, the washing machine. So anybody who came to see me over those years, I never had any use of anything in my kitchen.
He's one of those bachelors that never used.
I was wild in my youth. I did. We did get married and have kids. I tried to stay wild then. I just like a wild edge.
No, I think you're always searching for more. You're always searching for the what. Like, we probably have a similar-ish thing where something isn't enough or more, but actually Justin's point is taking his ropes out, and that's not a euphemism, and going up the mountains and doing that would be wild to some. And if I saw him doing that, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of different. Or jumping on a plane or starting a new company at any age and not being fearful of that. They're actually wild things, and they're spontaneous. You and I are probably a bit like, where's the devilment? Like,
where do you get your wild thing from?
Oh my God. So I do think I'm in a different stage to you guys, right? So your child is kind of almost raised, as in he's a little bit in your children's same. So you have to remember, I'm in the trenches in a good way, but I have a 4 and an 8-year-old with hugely different needs who don't sleep that well at night. I'm still doing bedtime for sometimes an hour and a half. I have to have a massive sense of routine for the mornings now. I've stepped out of corporate to be at home and do all their stuff and run my own company and try and gym and keep my health. So it's really tricky for me to fit in all this wildness, but I do in ways. Like, I've never been a drug taker. I'm not a big boozer, but I think wildness can come out like booking something like I'm going to go away skiing for just 2 days. And that to me is exciting because it's my favorite thing to do. That's not something you should necessarily do with small kids because it's expensive. You're stepping out. Sex can be wild in different ways. Making new friendships, starting something new. I think leaving my job is quite wild, Colm, because it was a steady job. I don't know. I mean, it's tricky to find wildness when you have 2 small kids.
I think it is everyone's individual definition of wild, and also wild as in wild isn't just going crazy down the country or whatever, completely naked through the forest. I think it's more.
It's like a lot of nudity.
There is a lot of nudity down the country. I think it's more.
You need to start doing shrooms. You're really missing out what you need to be doing.
You'd be funny.
I think it's more to do with living and feeling that you're living.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
that you're living.
Feeling that, not feeling that you're living, because we all are, feeling that you're alive.
No, I need to feel alive a lot.
Yeah,
so I think you and I have this similar. I'm glad I've never been into drugs, or I didn't get too addicted to alcohol, because I definitely have a need for dopamine.
No, well, I took some drugs in my time.
Well, I didn't, but like I've definitely a need to hit that dopamine, that adrenaline. That I have friends and I have a partner who don't need as much as me, and gym helps.
I can tell you something that will get you that in
Okay.
20 minutes.
Now we have a secret question every week we're going to do on the after show where I pose something to them as brothers that's very much related to them familially, as opposed to a generic question. So go for it.
Do you know what I was thinking as well?
What? Because
I like this idea of the family question, which I have here now, and I haven't looked at it. We should get our sisters to send some questions in.
Oh no.
How many sisters have you
We've
got?
We've two, Grania and Miriam. Both older than us, but both older than me as well. But I'm sure they would have an observation of us being
Okay, well,
young.
let's do it. I'd even love like Holly and Alex, or I'd love Luke, like all of you to. Anyway,
Okay,
go for it.
Okay, here's the question. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay, gotta be honest as well, right?
Well, it has to be
Look at
honest.
just his little face.
As brothers, what is the trait you dislike most? Oh, and like most about each other. Okay, that's good. Is it dislike and like?
Go for it. And these are quick fire. We're not going to analyze this for 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, go on, you've got the question.
Oh, yeah, ask you the question. Do you know what you tend to do? And I don't like this. This is actually the question.
This is so funny.
You tend to wait a lot. You use silence as an escape
It's
route
called
for your
listening.
mind. And what you do is, so when we talk, and then you furrow your brows, your bruise, you do a thing where it's almost like you let the person in and do all the talking, and then you find the place to sort of get them at.
It's weak. He finds your weak spots.
Yeah.
He hits you where it hurts.
Now, I'm the sort of person that jumps straight in.
Really?
You're the sort of
Never
person.
noticed that before.
You're the sort of person that verbally ambushes people.
No,
So that's a trait. That's one of the 10.
Okay.
Is
So
that
you-
something you dislike or like? That's a dislike.
So you don't like how he psychoanalyzes you and pauses and whereas you jump straight and find.
It's
What do you
just-
like about
No,
Justin most?
sometimes,
Okay, let's
and I
move
know what he
on.
does. Sometimes then you feel you've got to say more or give more, and that's what you use
This is what he studied.
psychoanalytical background. I know, I get that, but it can still be a dislike.
Yeah, well, it's tricky.
Because I don't want to be psychoanalyzed by my brother.
I know, but he is doing it all
I-
the time.
But
Really,
he's not
I'm
the one
not psychoanalyzing
psychoanalyzing you. You're psychoanalyzing yourself
Oh,
because
Terry,
he's
get
giving
off
you
the-
the
get off
space
the
to do it by
fence,
saying
Terry.
nothing.
All I'm creating is a mirror for you to reflect.
Oh, you were
yourself.
such a
yeah!
Did you just do that? Did you just go that
Oh
low?
my
Did you go that low?
Oh, I think I saw that on the
Oh my God.
Hallmark
I
card.
remember I was very emotional in a chat to Justin once. He goes, but you're being emotional. I was like, but I'm not being emotional. And it's like, he knows. He knows your little... Okay, go on. What do you like most?
No, he has to give me the dislike.
No, you have to do your like.
Um,
Come on, there has to be something.
in times of need,
Yes.
in times, obviously, what I went through with Anne. Well, and passing away, he was absolutely amazing. Totally non-judgmental, there every single day, even afterwards, and that sense of brotherly love. You couldn't charge for it, though he did try.
But he was at
I
work.
haven't seen my final invoice
He
yet.
was at work for a while then, though. Wasn't it a transitionary period? He wasn't as busy. Would that be correct?
No, I know he's really busy now with the business, but I do get a sense that if that hit again, that he would be there. He's there.
Look, like everything, you're rebuilding.
No, you're not meant to take. When I say what I like about
that's
it,
it
you're
now.
not meant to be
That's
committal
it now.
about it.
This
and
is,
to breathe
it's not paid for.
Yeah. So
Listen, there's no way I'm going to say something about him that he's not going to comment on.
I know.
Right?
You're
Let's be
actually to
realistic
shut
here,
up. You're to shut
right?
up.
I gotta shut up. I gotta shut up.
If he's going to
I know,
shut down
I
and
know.
I'm going to shut
All
down,
right,
that's
okay,
not going to happen.
Go then.
So all I was going to say was I do think that, in terms of where you are, a big part of what happens now is that you have to rebuild. So I also have to give you that space. Like, you have to get on with it. Like, it's as hard and all as it is when you go through bereavement. But tough love is a big part of finding one's feet again. Unfortunately, we have too much experience of this kind of stuff in our own family.
Yeah.
But I think it's an important part.
Can I just ask, does tough love work? It's actually really interesting that you said tough love.
I
Like
think
time and like that kind of.
I think it's an absolute prerequisite, because often where we're with friends or families or loved ones, and especially like in emotionally toxic situations, if we continue to facilitate, it never changes. Like, change only comes through discomfort. It's like when we lean into those really difficult conversations and call shit out, that it starts to change. So I think that's an important part. Not that I'm saying that's what I have to do with him, but the point is, I think growth is hard, and I recognize full on how hard it is to come through and dying and the reality of where you have to go from that point. But the alternative is pretty dire too. Right?
Oh God, yeah. No, I do
That's
think
actually a great point.
I do think tough love works. I mean, tough love works on everybody.
The alternative. That's a great
Because if you don't, you give love, you give love, you give love, and then if it needs a bit of an extra push, then it's tough love, and then after that you're into S&M and shit.
Okay, great. So what do you dislike most about Colm and like?
So what do I dislike about Colm? I think
He loves S&M.
I just can't. It's just
You're the only one that got that, Terry.
No, I got it. It was just
Okay,
weird.
all right.
back into his Berlin nightclub.
You in leather.
Let us soften.
So what do I like most about him? I think
Go
he's
dislike first.
No, I want to hear the like because it's
Do
going to
you?
be tricky. It's
Well,
going
then we're
to
going to end
get
up the
tricky.
show where we're going to be boxing the head off each
Yeah,
other.
it's fine.
Okay, good one.
Like.
Good for
okay.
raising.
So what I would say I dislike about Colm is let's just go for it, right?
He's gone straight for the juggler.
I do think, and probably because it's a media thing, but there can be a sense of self that's maybe a little bit further than how normal people would behave in real relationships.
From
right?
you. Oh, sorry.
You're not allowed comment.
Yeah. So I do think sometimes Colm struggles to see the other at times.
You're saying fantasy? What are you saying? Lives in.
But I think there's a
A bit of Jay Kelly going on.
yeah. I think look.
George Clooney in the book.
I think
that.
there's a necessity to have a really strong ego in the media.
Is that not self-preservation? It's interesting, yeah.
I'm trying to find something to be critical of, because I don't directly have anything that I particularly would find problematic.
nice, isn't it?
with-
No,
really
it's a
beautiful.
lie.
It's not a lie. Justin's
not a
honest.
lie.
Okay,
No, I
what do you
don't.
like?
I mean,
I do-
look,
I
you know,
do-
I've
no, I
told
do
you,
require-
I've told you before how much I love you and how much I admire you,
Oh, well.
and
Somebody's getting flowers.
to send me fucking flowers.
Yeah.
I'm off this show. I'm off the show.
And we
No.
did Colm's birthday cake.
I love this show.
No, we grew up together where I did idolize you as a child. Now I still see you as a child.
You still like you as a child, but I'm the child.
The roles are reversed.
Well, listen, I take that as a compliment.
But I think in a positive context, I think he's extraordinarily funny, and I think it's for me. It's really hard to think about the gag all the time, and I think he does that.
Back to the Berlin.
He's the
Nightclub.
funniest person I know,
Always thinking about
and
the
like
gag.
in the darkest of times, or when we're having a fight, he's still funny. And that's
Get the
pretty
red
hard.
one.
Okay, that was such a beautiful show. I loved this. Like, subscribe, involve, share the podcast with other people. We are only building and growing, and it's just going to get better and better. Come back to us Thursday. What's wrong?
No, that's
it.
fine. That's not so
a wrap.
Christian Brothers. Thank you.
Please say your names and do like and subscribe.
I'm Colm Hayes.
I'm Justin Caffrey.
We are brothers, and that's
Producer Bax.
producer Rebecca. And Tech Terry.
Terry Tech.
Terry Tech or Tech Terry?
Tech Terry.
Tech
Tech
Terry.
Terry.
T-Dog.
Okay, let's get it.